Guess what, Marvel fans? Tickets are on sale right now for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
All right, Guardians. Are you ready for one last ride?
Your favorite group of misfit heroes are back as they defend the galaxy one last time.
The stakes.
Big.
The action,
Big.
And Groot.
also big.
He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
Get your tickets now for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 only in theaters May 5th.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and Marvel Studios has officially released new footage for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because today, tickets have officially gone on sale for Guardians 3. If you are trying to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on opening day, the very first viewing, I suggest going to get your tickets now. Now, on top of them releasing some new footage for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, James Gunn has also released the official Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 soundtrack on Spotify, and there are 17 songs on it that you can listen to right now. And to top it all off, we have 7 new posters for Guardians of the Galaxy, and out of the 7 of them, 6 of them, arguably 7 of them, are all focused on Rocket, with some of the posters only being Rocket. Now, James Gunn has come out and confirmed that Rocket has always been the protagonist of the Guardians of the Galaxy films. Now, of course, Star-Lord is, and Gamora, Nebula, and the whole entire team, of course, are the protagonists, but James Gunn even said himself that in that moment in time where he was no longer attached to direct or write the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he was super sad because he wanted to finish the story of Rocket Raccoon. Now, of course, he ended up coming back. He wrote and directed Guardians Volume 3, which is out next month, and the story of not only Rocket Raccoon is coming to an end, but the current Guardians of the Galaxy team. It's coming to an end as well, and even in this new footage that we get, we hear Star-Lord say, "All right, Guardians, are you ready for one last ride?" And even Zoe Saldana in the promo says, "Your favorite group of misfit heroes are back as they defend the galaxy one last time." So this is it. Their story is coming to an end. And speaking of the end, first things first, let's talk about these posters. Like I mentioned, we have 7 new posters, and if you take a look at them, a lot of them are focused on Rocket. One of them shows Rocket from a little baby raccoon grown up to what he is now, a raccoon that has been experimented on and kind of enhanced by the High Evolutionary. We have another one that shows him in front of a chalkboard. On the chalkboard, we see a very long and complicated mathematical equation. At the top of it, it says, "See it in real 3D." Then if you notice at the bottom of it, it says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but below that it says, "I didn't ask for any of this." Now, this is a direct callback to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, where Rocket is drunk and he gets in a fight with Drax. And he says he thinks I'm some stupid thing. Well, I didn't ask to be made.
He thinks I'm some stupid thing. He does. Well, I didn't ask to get made. I didn't ask to be torn apart and put back together over and over, turned into some little monster.
Rocket, no one's calling you a monster.
Well, Rocket was made by the High Evolutionary, the main villain of this movie, and now they are returning to him. Or Rocket gets captured and is brought back to the High Evolutionary because we know that he escaped. This in turn puts his fellow Guardians of the Galaxy in trouble, in jeopardy, and we know that some of the Guardians are going to die. Most likely Drax. In fact, I'm thinking Drax dies for sure. Maybe even some other ones as well. And a lot of people aren't expecting Rocket to die, but since really this movie is focusing on him and his story coming to an end, we really don't know. Hopefully he gets his happy ending and simply leaves, but we don't know. But him saying I didn't ask for any of this is because the High Evolutionary is after him again, and now all of his friends are in trouble. And it sucks because Rocket was kidnapped as a baby raccoon and experimented on, something that he never asked for and never wanted. But again, this movie is heavily focused on him. If we continue down to the other posters, we can see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, feel it in 4DX. He is right there in the front, right next to Cosmo. Then we have another poster where literally all of the other Guardians are cut off. We just see their feet, and we see a full Rocket Raccoon up front. We do see Cosmo in the back, but Rocket is right up there up front. And the last one released is literally a close-up of Rocket's face. We see his nose and his eye, and in his eye, we can see the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy, his new and true family. It's true he didn't ask to be made, he didn't ask to be experimented on by the High Evolutionary, but he didn't ask for a family either, but that is what he got. He got people he could count on and people that love him and he loves back. Make no mistake, this is going to be a very emotional movie. And if Rocket dies, I think a lot of people are gonna lose it. Now, if you haven't caught the new spot that Marvel released today and a couple of days ago as well, for tickets going on sale, check out the new footage.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
Go! Go!
I was 8 years old when I left Earth.
You want me to drive?
No.
I'll drive.
Figure out how to put it in backwards.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, rated PG-13. Tickets on sale Monday.
Now, what's interesting about this is, of course, they're saying wait because tickets are about to go on sale, so wait for the tickets to go on sale. But this is an actual scene from the movie, of course. And what's interesting about this is as we see Star-Lord say wait, we see him look out the window to his right. And if you look closely out the window, you can see a ship pull up next to them. So what's most likely happening here is that the Guardians are being hunted down for whatever reason, because there are a few reasons that they would be hunted down. One is that Aisha and the Sovereign are looking for him. We know that Aisha wants to destroy the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why she has created Adam Warlock, and we know she'll be hunting them down. However, she'll most likely just send Adam Warlock to hunt them down, as we have seen in the trailers. However, they have said that Adam Warlock is basically kind of like a baby, like a child. He's a newborn and doesn't understand everything yet, so it is possible that the Sovereign does send ships as well with Adam Warlock. Or it could simply be the High Evolutionaries people. We know that he wants back Rocket Raccoon. We know that they take Rocket Raccoon based off of everything we know about this movie already, and that the Guardians have to go and retrieve him and rescue him. So any of these reasons are most likely why these people are coming up to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're about to book it out of there. We also have new footage of Gamora flying the Guardians of the Galaxy's new ship. Now, we know that she doesn't start off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, but eventually they do meet up and they join together for a common cause, most likely to take out the High Evolutionary. Because keep in mind, Gamora, even in the other timeline that she came from, probably knows about the High Evolutionary. And perhaps she has actually wanted to take him out before. That could be why they are coming together, because we've seen enough of the trailer footage to know that the Guardians aren't necessarily getting along with this Gamora. She hasn't really had any of the experiences that made the other Gamora who she was. And since Gamora and Adam Warlock have a romance in the comics, I'm actually kind of expecting nothing to really happen between Star-Lord and Gamora here. In fact, Gamora might even be one of the characters who dies. She is time displaced. This family that she has now isn't really a family to her, but I'm assuming by the end of it, she kind of connects with at least Nebula and perhaps sacrifices herself to save some of the other Guardians. Now, of course, to top it all off, we have a scene on Counter-Earth, as they call it in the comics. This was a planet that the High Evolutionary took him and his subjects, the animal humanoid experiments that he essentially evolved and made into humans. They left Earth and came to a new planet and called it Counter-Earth, and his goal was to make it exactly like Earth, which is why in this scene, Star-Lord is driving a car. No, they are not on Earth. They are on Counter-Earth. Like I said, the High Evolutionary made his planet exactly like Earth. This is why it looks like a suburb, but if you take a look at the people, they are still animals. And Star-Lord can't drive a car. He never learned how to drive a car. He understands the basic concept, but as he explains to Nebula, he left Earth when he was 8. So he has no idea how to drive an actual car, turning the windshield wipers on when he's trying to go into reverse. Overall, this movie still looks amazing, and it's James Gunn still at the helm, so I'm sure that his final Guardians of the Galaxy film won't be anything but amazing. But go ahead and let us know your thoughts about all of this new footage and the new posters in the comments down below. What do you think? Who's gonna die in this film? Leave your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest MCU and DC news. You can always follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.